So now that we know exactly what keywords we're going to target, it is time to start focusing on the different factors that affect your ranking. And number one is site age. Now, for some of you, this might not be something you can negotiate because there are really only two options when it comes to improving your site age. Option one is old-fashioned. You wait. So if you already have a domain, you already have a brand, and it is stuck, well, you're just going to have to wait a little for Google to start trusting your website. And that's okay. If you are doing everything else in this course, you're still going to see awesome results. If, however, you are flexible with your domain or haven't created a website, option two is to buy an aged domain. What does that mean? It means buying a website that someone created a long time ago and basically buying that website, making that business your own, and building on their foundation. So you don't have to wait as long to start ranking. So let me show you how to do that if that is an option for you. If not, you can skip to the next video. So there are two main ways to go about purchasing an aged domain. Way number one is to get it from somebody you know or somebody that you can connect with. So you could head over to Facebook, for instance, and look up, let's say, Virginia Wedding Photography. If I'm a wedding photographer in Virginia, I'm already a member of this group. If I wasn't, I would just click it and click join, and then I'd go in here and I'd type something like, hey guys, random question, but just moved to, or just starting in, Nova and looking to get into wedding photography. Anybody retiring or know someone who would be interested in selling their domain? And of course, whether you're a photographer, a contractor, a plumber, a web designer, the same thing applies. You want to find out where those groups are and just go and message in those groups. Let me know, PM, and we'll chat. Thanks, friends. So I would go through and I would post this to this particular photography group, or I could find different groups, and I would go ahead and even find, you don't necessarily have to be in your local area. You could look up, say, VSCO. A lot of photographers use VSCO, so I would just copy that post, and I would join all of these other groups and just post in here. And essentially, all you're doing is putting the word out. You're looking for a wedding photography website, and that's one of the easiest ways to get an aged website, hopefully with backlinks and that sort of thing. Now, if this method isn't for you, it seems too time-consuming, or you don't want to pay too much, because this method, very few people are going to want to sell their domain for less than $500 or $1,000, which is well worth it if it's already producing results. But if you want a cheaper method, head over to method number two. Ready? Let's do it. So we're going to head over here to auctions.godaddy.com, or you can head to any domain auctioner. You could just go into Google and type domain auction, right? And go with any of these results. We're going to explore GoDaddy auctions for now, and what I'm going to do at the top here is just enter in my keyword. So I want to have photography in my domain, and I just hit search. And it will show me all of the domains that are currently for sale that have expired. Expired means someone had the website and they just decided not to renew it for whatever reason. So we could be RocketAnniePhotography.com, Michael Ross Photography, but what I'm looking for is obviously one that is not branded with someone's specific name, because that would be a little bit hard to explain if my name is Ryan and I am RocketAnniePhotography.com. We're going to search by estimated value just because I find that a little bit easier. And estimated value is determined by them looking at the number of backlinks that are existing on the site, the amount of traffic it gets, a few different factors like that. And we're going to scroll down and find one that would work for anybody. So freshlookphotography.com, for instance, is for sale. So what I'm going to do, let's say I was interested in this website name, I would copy that and head over to our free backlink checker tool and just see what we're working with. Does this domain already have a bunch of backlinks, or is it just a website somebody created a long time ago and it isn't really worth much? So we're going to scroll. Okay, we have no backlinks for that particular website, so it's not really that valuable to us for ranking, except for the fact that it's aged. So we can go to the Wayback Machine, archive.org/web, and we're just going to enter that same URL, and what it's going to do is show us exactly when it was created. So it looks like the website was made in 2012, and we can even look at what the website looked like when it was first made. So we're going to look at August of 2012. And here is Fresh Look Website's first page, essentially. And if you want to, you could go and look at different versions of that particular website, explore what it had on it. The reason that you'd want to do this is, first off, because you want to know the domain is aged. So this one was built in 2012. That's okay. If you could find something even further back, that would be better for Google's eyes. However, the main reason that you're checking this is to make sure there was no suspicious or weird content on the site. So the last thing you want to do is buy a website that used to, sell pornography or had some kind of explicit content on its site. So we're just going to double check that before we buy the domain. So let's go and check one more that might work. Let's say photographysmile.com. Why not? Let's say that was the name that we decided we loved. Let's go in here, check backlinks, see if we have anything. And it might take a while. Sometimes you'll find that there's 0 backlinks for a lot of these websites, and eventually you'll find one that has 50 or 60, and that's really great. Or if you don't care about the backlinks, you love the name and it's been in existence for a while, well, that's fine too. You can just go ahead, make sure that it has aged appropriately, and then buy that domain. It's really as simple as that. Then you're going to set it up the same way you would any other domain you've registered. So you can look on YouTube for different tutorials with that. I personally recommend using SiteGround for your hosting, and it's really easy. They have great customer support, and they will help you out. So that is how you have an aged domain without having to wait the long process that you normally would. Okay, let's go on to the next video.